Let's see. 10th time is a charm. Maybe we'll try and get this done. Echo, what time is it?
It's 3:54 p.m.
All right, guys. I don't have a lot of time. I want to see if some people will get on first. But I don't want to screw up the replay either. So, people are wondering how much protein we should get in. Okay. But before we get started, please hit the thumbs up, hit a couple likes, stuff like that. Hey, Spivey, trying to get YouTube to work. It seems like we just got bad weather or something's going on here. I don't know. It's just terrible weather here anyway. A lot of people are coming up with asking how much protein is right. It's been a big question on the Facebook page lately. Listen. All right. Hey, guys. Here's the deal. On keto, okay? Protein is a moderate. It's not high protein. It's moderate protein. All right? I know there's some people out there that are the carnivore diet or they're trying to say you have to have so much protein. You have to do this. How do they know? Seriously. How do they know what your body needs at any given time? Do they know how much muscle you break down? Do they? No, there is nothing. Do they know how fast you process energy? Do they know, how many steps you take a day? Do they know anything about you? No. So, listen. There's ballpark ideas for protein, but you're going to have to figure it out for yourself. I've seen the idea of 200 grams of protein being floated around on my Facebook page. All right. Let's dispel this craziness, all right? Protein, you don't need 200 grams of protein, okay? I don't care if your name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're not going to need that much, okay? Because, first off, here's what happens. When your body uses protein, all right, and you eat protein, no matter how much protein you're eating, your body's going to be able to process around 30 to 42 grams. 30 to 42 grams. If you're going to eat 200 grams of protein, that's going to have to come in at least 5 meals, maybe 6 meals, and they're going to have to be 3 and 4 hours apart. So if I'm eating 6 meals 3 hours apart, plus 8 hours of sleep, plus maybe an hour after I wake up, maybe 3 hours before I go to bed, holy cow. We're talking 28 hours in a day, 29, maybe more. I don't know. It's ridiculous to think that much. Okay, you don't need that much protein. Okay, I'm gonna post a graph on our Facebook page, or not a graph, but a chart that's gonna tell you basically how much protein you should have. Now, if you need an idea, if you need a number, let's go with this. Other than 2.2 and whatever else. Or you can just do 0.45 for men and 0.35 for women. Okay? So roughly if a woman who weighs 150 pounds, she's going to need probably about, doing math in my head, 52 grams of protein. Okay? It's a 150-pound woman. A man doing, a 150-pound man doing protein, roughly, what's that coming out? 67 grams of protein. Something like that. Okay? It's not a lot. All right? That's kind of where you want to be on keto. It's a moderate protein. This isn't high protein. This isn't bodybuilder protein. This is... Bodybuilders go through a lot to actually make their muscles grow with this protein. And I also heard that excessive protein just does nothing somehow. Magically does nothing to you. It won't get turned into sugar, I heard, which is not true because that's why there is such thing as gluconeogenesis. The more you feed the body stuff it doesn't need, the more fuel it has to turn into sugar. All right? So if I eat excessive carbohydrates, they're going to turn into sugar. That's why we eat a low carb diet. If I eat excessive proteins, that I can't use, it's going to turn into sugar. People think that that the spike in the process of gluconeogenesis isn't increased on a ketogenic diet, and you're wrong. It is. I've posted the study. Now, unfortunately, they only did the study for 11 days, and they tried to say that these things were keto adaptive, which they didn't even, they questioned even themselves. But the idea that there was a spike, and then they go, well, it was a small spike. It's 11 days, dude. 11 days after your study. Where did you come up with 11 days to do a study? Okay, now, if we did it for, and it was a considerable spike. It wasn't just a little spike. There was a spike. Okay, there was an increase in glucose production. All right, with excessive protein. So to say that there isn't by somebody when I have the study that shows it that there is, it doesn't make sense. I just don't get that part. I don't like controversy as far as our nutrition diet goes, because yeah, everybody's gonna be a little different, true, but we're not that far different. Now, if we're talking your neighbor's a dolphin or some stupid thing like that, yep. Hi, Candy. Great to have you. Thanks for being a new subscriber. But we're all human, okay? Humans have a certain amount of proteins that we're going to run properly on. Humans are going to have a certain amount of fats we can run properly and a certain amount of carbs. And then if we want to do it in a healthy way, we're looking at probably doing our carbohydrates, our proteins, and our fats in a ketogenic kind of format, okay? Which we kind of already know how to do those. We're going to keep our fats high. We want to keep our carbs low, and we have to keep our proteins moderate. Our proteins don't go high. That's okay. I just want to dispel that whole myth. For all you newbies like Candy, what is this? Anybody know? Anybody know what this is? Anybody? 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 Who knows what this is? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody? Everybody's asleep. Broth. Yes, Delaney. This is my butter broth. Candy does... No, not golden milk. This is butter broth, butter bouillon. I use two bouillon cubes. I also put a little bit of ghee in this one, just to see what would happen. I also use water and like hot water, and I blend it up, a high-speed blender. It's awesome. Butter, 2 tablespoons. I used 1 and 1 ghee and butter, and then I used two cubes of bouillon. I have this every day. Cindy Brown is here, and Cindy Brown made a Facebook page just to be part of our Facebook group. That's awesome. Listen, so as far as protein goes, listen, okay, say you're going to do the carbohydrate diet, all right? Say you're going to do the low carb diet, all right. Roughly, you're looking at 75 grams of protein. Say you do 75 grams of protein. Now, if we're talking calories, which I hate to do, but to make it easier to understand for everybody, let's talk calories. All right. We'll start with carbohydrates. 20 grams of 20 grams of carbohydrates would actually come out to about 80 calories, roughly. Okay? So that's fine. 80 calories is fine. All right? Now, if we're going to do fats, and we're going to do, say we do 140 grams of fats, roughly 140 grams, it's not that high. 140 grams of fats is 1,200 calories, roughly, in my head. It's about 1,200 calories. And then proteins. If we do say we do 75 grams of proteins, we're looking at 300 calories. So altogether, we're looking around between 1,500 and 1,600 calories. It's not a lot, all right? But if you're doing 140 grams of fat, 140 grams, 140 grams of fat, 75 grams of protein, and 20 grams of carbohydrates, that's a pretty good ketogenic diet, because the way to treat diabetes back in the early 1900s, before insulin was even out there, you were talking it was 150 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbohydrates, and 75 grams of protein. That was the treatment back then, before there was insulin. Now, once they gave insulin, they just told people to just go ahead and eat whatever you want. We're just going to give you a shot of insulin and bring your sugar back down. So stupid, okay? It's stupid. I have 18, 19 people here. I really appreciate that. I don't have a lot of time. Echo, what time is it? Echo, what time is it?
It's 4:05 p.m.
4:05. I have to leave here by 4:30. So I got about 25 minutes for you guys. 1,600 calories, not so bad, okay? Keeping your foods at a certain ketogenic format, okay? It's not about, to me, I lean more towards Dr. Eric Westman, okay? He doesn't really care whether you get a lot of extra fats in, but I kind of care about that. That's kind of my only difference. I don't want to get too far off the proteins, because I really want to talk about proteins. I struggle getting my protein in, well, my calories too. Yeah, well, you gotta try it. Let me look back at some questions. I think I might have missed some. What about if protein intake is low than 30 grams a day? Ooh, Jacqueline, that's a little low. 30 grams is a little low. You want to keep your proteins up. I'd say here's my best advice as far as proteins go. Keep them between 50 and 90. Okay, women, you don't need as much protein, so keep it lower towards the 50. Men, you can keep it in the you can keep it low too, but you still want to keep it probably above 60 to 90. Okay, women, 50 to 80, somewhere in that range. That's about where you want to go. All right. This isn't. Don't try to overthink this. Because when Dr. Atkins created his book in the 1990s, okay, the Atkins diet. The Atkins diet was a low carbohydrate, high protein diet. Okay, there was a high protein diet back in the 1990s. Now, the diet did well, but it wasn't sustainable, and things were happening, and it wasn't perfect, and there were glitches and there were problems. Now, Dr. Eric Westman came out with the new Atkins book, him and Jimmy Moore, and what they did was they rewrote the Atkins diet, and they changed the Atkins diet, instead of being a high protein, to a moderate protein, and they increased the fats. Fats are actually a better source of energy for the body to make ketones out of than protein. Excessive protein is not a viable energy source. It's just not. It's not something you want to rely on as far as energy. You want to get your energy from fats. Now, sure, there's going to be a point where are you eating too much fats? Are you allowing your body to utilize the fat? Possibly, but you have to figure out you, okay? The ketogenic diet is a high-fat diet. So when people try to say, just cut your fats down and bring your proteins up, no, don't do that. Please, don't do that. Don't go away from the basics of the ketogenic diet. We hit 21 for a second. It was pretty good. I was pretty happy. And now we're back down to 18. I don't know where people are coming and going. Uh-oh, we're at 17, 16. We're dropping. Holy crap. We're dropping like five people down in the last minute. Anyway, we're going back up. Okay. Protein. You got to keep it up. Been tweaking my protein over the last, Spidey says, over the last few weeks, and slowly finding sweet spot at around 70 grams per day, which is letting me gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. Exactly. Now, you guys always wonder about my fat. My fat's gone from, I've gone into the 300 range, okay? And I've gone down into probably, right now, I probably consume about 150 grams of fat right now. And I'm still losing weight. Now with that 300 grams of fat, I still lost weight, but I didn't lose as much weight, but I gained a lot of muscle too, okay? As you saw in my before and after videos, as far as the second time I did the keto, which is when I did the really, really high fats, I was doing higher than what I was even talking to you guys. I was telling you guys around 200, 200 should be your window. You could still do the 200. You're not going to get as much fat loss, but you're going to get a body improvement, okay? You're going to get your body really keyed up on fats. Now, should you keep it that high for a long period of time? That's up to you. You have to tweak it, okay? You have to figure out, okay, I'm doing this amount of fats, all right? It's going to be a lot of fat, all right? It's not easy to do, but does it make you feel like you're losing weight, okay? It will. You're going to lose weight because you're going to get healthy. Your body's going to use ketones for energy. It's going to get rid of all the inflammation in your body. It's going to clear up your liver. You're going to do really well on the high fat part of this. Now, would I reduce the fats a little bit? Sure. I'd reduce the fats, the proteins, and the carbs. I'd reduce them all at around the same time. Because what I'm doing now is I'm doing a keto cut, okay? Like you see on our calendar back here. The keto cut is, for me, I like the amount of muscle. Why are we losing so many people? Why are we down to 14? Where's everybody going? I thought it was a good time. Is everybody leaving for work or leaving work and going home? I don't know. Now, what I've done is I've reduced everything. I reduced my proteins. I reduced my carbs. I reduced my, well, not my carbs. I keep my carbs still around 20, but I reduced my fats and I reduced my proteins. My proteins were usually around 100, so I reduced them to about 70, almost, probably about between 60 and 70. And then my proteins went down from 250, 300 down to 150. Maybe I'll hit a 200, not too often. Do I take extra protein or fats in? Absolutely. Extra fats here. I cook always in butter. I kind of stick with the same foods. Now, I posted a video by this guy named Mark Bell. Mark Bell, if you guys don't know who he is, it's a guy that I met, and he owns a powerlifting magazine. Okay, that's the magazine he owns, Powerlifting. It's a great magazine. It's really well known. Yep, he's a Southern California guy. Now, Mark Bell has set records as a power lifter, and he was a big guy. All right. Now, what Mark Bell does is he does the ketogenic diet, and he's shredding the fat off. And if you look at him, he could be a bodybuilder now. Okay, and I think he might be trying to do something with that. I don't know. I don't want to put words into his mouth. I forget what Mark Bell is doing as far as all that. I got what was called the sling from him. It's this belt. It's a thing for lifting. He's going to be on the, what's that guy's name? I never catch you live. I'm on second shift now. I'm off today. Yay, Suzanne Burgess. Thank you, Suzanne, for catching us. What is that guy's name? Rogan? Something like that? The guy that has the podcast, radio show. What is his name? Anybody help me out? Is it Rogan? Not Seth Rogen. What is his name? Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is going to have Mark Bell on either today or tomorrow. I think it's today. So maybe he already did it. I don't know. But Mark Bell is full of great information. He owns a gym, I believe in Southern California, and he lets people work out for free in it. Yeah, he lets people work out for free. This is the kind of guy that is a giver. Okay, if I had what he has, I would do the same thing. Okay, I would do the same thing. What do we have? Any questions? What do we have? I like doing the lives. I want to mention, today is the last day for the contest. If you want to win the Keto Mojo glucose monitor that measures both ketones and glucose, You also win Dr. Ken Berry's book, Lies My Doctor Told Me. And of course, the other thing was the booklet, but I released the booklet on Easter so everybody could have it because it was being leaked out. It was being sold to some people, but it's a whole nother story. Yeah, I'm still on my cut. Yes, Spivey, I'm still on my cut. Absolutely. Like I literally see lines in my neck that I haven't had in a long time. I don't know if you guys noticed all these things, but it's just different. I feel thinner. Thank you, Rana. I hate this skin that's right here. My dog's sick. Not sick, but he's got cancer. Right, Ollie? I don't know. He's Ollie. Has your waist shrunk as well, Steve? Absolutely. Why not? Why wouldn't it? Listen, your body shrinks fat like kind of everywhere around the same time. Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate it. Your body loses fat. Now, some places are going to be more noticeable, but it's not as if I just lost fat here. Okay, all the fat. Oh, that's it. It only sick. But what happens is I lose fat on my. Oh, it's not good. That's a good scratch. It looks awful, right? It's part of work, right? So, like my forearms, I haven't had this much development in my forearms in a long time. Like I could actually see all the muscles in my forearms. I haven't been able to do all that. I haven't even seen all these muscles in a long time. I don't even know where half of them came from because I didn't have them a couple weeks ago. But now I just seem to have different muscles growing all over the place. I have muscles in my upper arm. Okay, look, where am I getting all this? I don't know. It's just I'm losing the fat, like seriously, where did all this come from? This is great for me. I'm happy about it. Thank you, Rana. I'm getting more muscle development in my chest, getting more in my stomach, in my back. My goal, as you guys all know, here's my goal. I turned 50 in February. I don't want to take this fat to 50. I want to leave this fat at 49. I want to look like a pretty good 50-year-old when I turn 50. I want to be able to blow my cake out shirtless. Maybe. That would be neat. And I'm going to put 50 candles on it. And I don't care if the cake is this big. It'll be a keto cake for sure. But I'll put like 50 candles on it. I'll tear my shirt off and I'll go shirtless the whole day, whole party, whatever. But I can't be fat at 50. And then I'm going to be healthy from 50 through 70 through 80, whoever knows. Beefcake, right. There you go. Hey, this may be a morbid shirt. My wife on my shirt, you guys know I always have a weird shirt, a different shirt all the time. Yeah, I will do that live. Here's the shirt of the day. Y'all ready? Here it is. Is that backwards or is that forward? I don't know. I can't tell for you guys. Yeah, it's a fitting shirt for protein day. Animals taste good, it says. It's kind of morbid, I guess. My birthday's in 9 days. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Beefcake, they said. That is awesome. It's funny. I know it is funny. Echo, set alarm for 4:30 p.m.
Alarm set for 4:30 p.m.
There you go. Now I'm going to know. When she starts going off, I have to end this video. All right. Yes, Delaney, happy birthday in 9 days, but I'm sure we'll see that happen more. Yes, today is the last day for that contest. If you don't know about the contest was to add, for every 2 people you add to the Facebook group, for every 2 people you add for the YouTube channel, for every 10 videos of mine that you post on your social media, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram. If you post 10 of my videos, you get another entry into the hat. And every entry gives you a chance to win that Keto Mojo, which is about $60 value. I'll buy it for you. It comes with the poker. It comes with test strips, both keto and glucose. Comes with a monitor. Comes with a case. I'll also send you the book, Dr. Barry's book. That's going to get sent to you as well. So, and we're going to do that live tomorrow, okay? After tonight, midnight tonight. Whatever, well, I don't want it to be midnight. It's going to have to be around 9 p.m. tonight. It's over because that's when I go to bed. I go to bed at midnight or 9 p.m. So at 9 p.m. tonight, I'm calling it. It's over. You could still add people. I appreciate it when you do, but it's just not going to give you any more entries into the hat. All right? Tomorrow, we're going to fill the hat with all the entries, put them in. We're going to go live. We're going to shake it up, reach in the old magic hat and pull out the winner. And the winner will be announced. And hopefully that winner is on tomorrow. And hopefully that winner really tried. Yeah. You guys are talking to yourself. You're not even listening to me. Oy vey. Where are we at? Where are we at? Everybody's talking about their birthdays. Oy, oy, oy. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? I know you're listening, Delaney. You got everybody else not listening. You mentioned your birthday, and now everybody has birthdays. Imagine that. Everybody has a birthday. Okay, what are we going to talk about? What do we need to talk about, everybody? Questions, comments? Most of us are women. We can do more than one thing at one time. Oh, too rare. I won't give up on you, Allie. Nope. I don't give up. What was I drinking? It's over. It's butter broth. This is how I get my... It's not only fats, but it's salt. I get a little over 2,000 milligrams of salt with this drink. I get some water, and I get my fats. What else? Morning, Bolivar Sphere. My redneck from down under. My question. Oh, Jackie, what was your question? I think I answered your question, Jackie. I answered your question about the 30 grams of protein. I said it was a bad idea. 30 grams of protein is low. Too low. Let's see. Another question. Oh, okay. You have another question? Ask it again. I love butter broth. It's my favorite for, yep. It will fix your headaches. Listen, if you're at the U.S. standard recommended daily allowance for salt, okay? Now, I'm not saying this as a doctor. I'm just saying this what I read in data, what I read in studies. If you keep your salt at 2,400 milligrams, okay? That's a mortality kind of level, all right? You could die by keeping it there and lower or there and just a little higher, okay? That's not the mortality rate of that is pretty stinking high for people that are taking in salt. Please hit the thumbs up, everybody. I need a lot of thumbs ups. The study is on the New England Journal of Medicine right now. Okay, it's been on there for about 3 years. Dr. Finney talks about it. I posted his video where he talks about this data that these two gentlemen, McDonald, I think is his name, and somebody else. I can't remember their names. I need to start remembering names because I talked about this a lot. The USDA, it shows a graph where it goes down, it goes like that. Okay, now, if you're at 2,400 milligrams, your mortality is not great. It's not, what they say, you're 50% more likely to have a heart attack or stroke by sticking to the 2,400 milligrams than you are to go with a higher salt intake. You're more than likely to have a heart attack or stroke by staying lower on your salt than you are by going up in salt. Now, going up in salt, what are the other benefits? It's gonna reduce fatigue in your muscles. It's gonna reduce the stress. It's gonna reduce it's going to increase energy. It's going to reduce your headaches. It's going to increase your electrolytes. There's so many good things that salt will do. All right, let's see. If I get a headache, I put some sea salt and water. Yeah, but you shouldn't. How much sea salt is too much? Well, Dr. Finney was talking to a lady, and the video that I released and showed on my Facebook group he was talking to a bunch of doctors in Australia, and he was talking about the U.S. recommended daily amount being at 2,400. And this nurse, right, it's useless. And this nurse treats salt as her fourth macronutrient, and she gets in 10,000 milligrams of salt a day. 10,000. That's 4 times the U.S. recommended daily allowance. Now, Dr. Finney did give a pre-warning on that. If you have high blood pressure due to salt, then you might need to consult a physician first. But here's the deal. This study is in the New England Journal of Medicine, which is a very prestigious place to have your work and your data available for other doctors and other people to see publicly. Okay? So he says, it's been there now at that point, which was a year ago. It had been in the New England Journal of Medicine for a year or 2 years already, okay? And what he said was, not only has this not been refuted or anybody came out with data against this, but that it's actually gaining strength, okay? Doctors couldn't refute what their finding was that the higher you go in salt, the healthier you are. Not by reducing salt. Reducing salt makes you unhealthier. Increasing your salt actually makes you higher. So, for the ketogenic diet, if you're following the ketogenic diet and you need to know how much salt, roughly they say between 5,000 and 7,000 milligrams of salt a day. And here's how I get mine in, just the same way Dr. Finney describes it. He says, don't worry about eating low salt foods. That's not going to help you. And do 2 bouillon cubes a day. Or something like bone broth. Bone broth has a great amount of salt in it as well. But for me, I like my butter broth. I really do. Yes, Allie. Ali, maybe. Dr. Finney actually pulls his little Ziploc baggie of bouillon cubes out of his bag. So he says whenever he's somewhere and he needs his salt, he throws 2 of them in some hot water, and he makes it that way. Now me, I like to use a frother broth, emulsifier, some sort of blender, and it turned it that color that you saw. And it really mixes up not only the butters or the ghee, but it also mixes up the bouillon cubes. It makes it really stinking good. What do people eat after they have been sick? I haven't been able to keep anything down for a few days, worried about trying fats after being sick. Rhonda, for being sick, you want to increase your proteins a little bit, okay? You're going to increase your proteins, increase your salt intake. That's what they recommend, a higher protein. Get in a higher protein for a couple of days, and you'll start to feel better. Sorry I'm late, and I will watch the replay. Thank you, Deborah. But what should I limit my protein to per meal so that I don't get too much protein? All right, that's a good question. It's a great question. I mentioned earlier that the amount of protein that you can absorb, your body can absorb, is going to be about 30 to 42 grams of protein. All right. Some people try to say that it was debunked. It was debunked to a point, but it wasn't debunked that you can only absorb a certain amount. All they did was change the amounts that you absorb by about 2 grams. It wasn't a big amount that they changed it from. So you're looking, the amount that the body can absorb is 30 to 42 grams. Okay. 30 to 42 grams. Depends on how many meals you eat. If you eat 3 meals, eat 30 at a time, okay? Eat 30 grams of protein. Now, that's my suggestion. Try it, see how you like it, see how your body responds, see if your muscles respond, okay? That's what you want to check out. Because everything I tell you is based on what I've learned, what I've tried, but what you have to do is you have to do, hopefully you take that advice and you try it for yourself and you tweak it for you, because guess what? More protein might work out a little bit better for you. Maybe a little bit less protein might work out better for you, but it's going to be in that ballpark, okay? Oh, echo. Echo. Turn off. Echo. Oh, gosh. Echo. Turn off. Okay. All right. What about bouillon cubes? More than two bouillon? No, Jackie. Dr. Eric Westman suggests 2. Dr. Finney suggested 2. I stick with 2. Most of my food, I'm not sure exactly how much sodium I get in, but like bacon and egg. The thing I was trying to tell you guys real quick was about Mark Bell. The way Mark Bell, he really said something that I really liked, okay? Don't get rid of me just yet, everybody. Was he sticks to certain foods. He doesn't go too far over all those other foods, okay? What he does is, like, for me, and it was like he was reading my mind. I eat bacon and eggs. You guys know this. I eat bacon and eggs probably every breakfast is my bacon and eggs. I stick to that. I don't really swerve off of it. Then I eat probably steak or hamburger. That's my other go-to. My vegetables will be like my smoothie or a salad. I don't eat a lot of cheese. I don't eat a lot of ham other than the bacon. I don't really swerve off of that too much, okay? I stick to a basic amount of foods. And what he said in his video, he says if you could narrow your food intake to certain foods, a smaller group of foods, he believes that the ketogenic diet works a little bit better for those people. Now, there's all those people out there that like to ketofy. They like to try all these other different foods and all these other different experiments, and that's fine. Go ahead. If you get bored on this, I don't get bored with the foods that I eat. I like my bacon and eggs. I could eat it every day for the rest of my life, and I probably will never get bored with it. I won't need to just say, well, I need pancakes today, which I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but you just never know. Bro, do you even... Chicken Legs Productions says, bro, do you even what? Do you even what? I like chicken. I do like chicken. I put it on my salad. I smell chicken legs. Chicken Legs Production. Am I getting spammed right now? I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people get bored. Now that we're getting 19 people in, great, 18 people, I have to go. All right, guys, I have an eye doctor appointment. I might be able to try to do another one of these lives a little bit after my eye appointment, but I got to run. I got like 10 minutes to get there, and it's probably 10 minutes away. All right, guys. Bakuk. Yeah, I think. Can we go with you? Sure, come with me. Yeah, except I'm going to hang up right now. Bye, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Please like. Please add people to the YouTube channel. Please check out the Facebook group. The Facebook group is Keto Diet Going Gonzo. The YouTube group is Going Gonzo Keto Diet. All right, thanks. We'll see you guys. Got to run. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.